So, we all know kids are using AI chatbots. But what happens when the government suddenly puts that relationship under a microscope? That's exactly what we're diving into today.
Okay, let's just start with this. What if that chatbot your kid thinks is a friend, the one helping with homework, could actually be causing real mental harm? And what if the FTC just stepped in to investigate exactly that?
And nope, this isn't some sci fi plot. This is real, and it's happening right now. The FTC is looking into some of the biggest names in AI. It really feels like the Wild West of AI development, especially for kids, could be over.
Yeah, and this is more than just a warning shot. The FTC is getting specific, targeting certain companies and risks. We've moved past just talking about this. This is real action.
So, who's under the microscope? Well, it's the big players. You've got OpenAI, of course, the folks behind ChatGPT. Then there's Meta, Facebook and Instagram with all their AI characters. And even Character.AI, which is literally built for people to chat with AI companions. I mean, that's a huge slice of the AI world right there.
And this is what's really interesting. The FTC isn't just focused on the usual stuff like data privacy. Nope. They are specifically looking at the risk of psychological or emotional harm to kids. That is a whole new ballgame for regulating tech. You can tell the industry is feeling the heat too. It's no coincidence that companies like Meta are suddenly rolling out new safety updates. They're basically trying to put up guardrails to stop their AIs for having harmful chats of kids. It's a clear sign they know someone's watching.
So, why the laser focus on kids? Well, it's because they just don't see AI the same way adults do. For them, it's not just a tool. It can be a friend, someone to talk to, a mentor, and that creates this really unique vulnerability.
Exactly. I mean, just think about it. Kids are actually asking these things for advice on real-life problems, friends, loneliness, you name it. That connection can get super intense. So what happens if the AI crosses a line or gives terrible advice? The damage isn't just pixels on a screen. It's real.
Right. And that hits on the core problem here, both ethically and technically. These AI models are just really good at pretending to have empathy because they've read the entire internet, but they don't feel anything. So who's responsible for teaching them when to stop? Who programmed the off switch for a tricky conversation with a teenager? That is the big, big question.
Which really brings us to the heart of the debate, right? Is AI this amazing new friend for kids, or is it a potential foe that we just don't get yet? The tech itself is neutral, but how it's being used here, man, it's loaded with both huge upsides and some serious risks. Okay, let's look at both sides. The promise is pretty amazing. You can't deny it. You've got endless homework help, like a perfect tutor. It can be a companion for a kid who's lonely, or just a place to vent without being judged. But the flip side is just as real. That homework help could be totally wrong. That emotional outlet could turn into a really unhealthy dependency. And here's the kicker. When things go south, who's accountable? There's no one to blame. You can't exactly put an algorithm on trial. So naturally, all of this leads to the big R word, regulation. How in the world do you protect kids without completely killing off innovation in this incredible new field? It's honestly one of the biggest challenges we're facing right now. From one perspective, it seems like a no-brainer. A lot of people are saying this FTC move is way overdue. I mean, we regulate toys, right? We regulate food. So why wouldn't we regulate a technology that's literally shaping young minds? The argument is that kids simply deserve that protection.
I get that, but there's another way to look at it. If you come in with regulations that are too heavy, you could crush innovation. Not just for the big guys, but for some small startup in a garage that's building the next big thing. The fear is that trying to protect everyone could end up hurting the very progress we want to see.
So, what's next? This isn't just about whether a few companies get a slap on the wrist. The outcome of this FTC probe could literally set the rules for the future of AI. We're watching to see if the entire playbook is about to change.
Yeah, and it really boils down to two huge questions. First, will the FTC actually create new safety rules for how AIs talk to kids? A whole new rulebook. And second, could this investigation be the thing that starts a much, much bigger wave of regulation across the entire AI industry? The ripple effects could be massive. And that leaves us with the big one, the question at the center of it all. When you weigh all the good against all the bad, should AI chatbots be regulated when they're talking to our kids? There's definitely no easy answer, but it's a conversation that we absolutely need to have.